Welcome back to Wellness Lenses. Today's topic is unknown childhood trauma triggers, a subject that contains the secret to deciphering some of the most enigmatic facets of our emotional existence. By the time this video ends, I guarantee you will not only have a better understanding of your own triggers, but also know how to deal with them more intelligently and resiliently. Imagine a life in which your past no longer controls you, where you have the resources to deal with unforeseen emotional outbursts, and where you can at least feel the freedom you've been longing for. We're looking at that as the ultimate payoff right now. Let's define our terms first. Childhood trauma is the term used to describe traumatic events that happened to us when we were young and left us with enduring emotional scars. These can include witnessing domestic violence, physical or emotional abuse, neglect, and more. What about the unknown portion, though? That's when things start to get really interesting. These painful memories can occasionally be buried by our minds in the subconscious. They start to act like unmarked landmines, setting off emotional outbursts that are seemingly unconnected events. We're not here to set off any emotional landmines, so don't worry. We're here to diffuse them and provide you with the information and resources you need to take back command of your emotional responses. Let's now investigate the workings of these unidentified childhood trauma triggers. Studies have indicated that they frequently take the form of emotional responses that are out of proportion to the circumstances at hand. You may experience strong feelings of fear, grief, or rage when you react, and you may ask yourself, why am I reacting this way? Research like the Adverse Childhood Experiences Study, carried out by Dr. Vincent J. Felitti and Associates, cited in the description box below, have illuminated the enduring effects of traumatic experiences during childhood. They discovered that unresolved trauma can cause a variety of mental and physical problems, such as relationship problems and chronic health conditions. However, the question still stands. How can we identify these covert triggers and overcome them? Well, the first step is self-awareness. Be mindful of your feelings and responses. Asking yourself, what triggered this response, can help you deal with these intense emotions. The foundation of both emotional health and personal development is self-awareness. It is becoming more attuned to your thoughts, feelings, and responses with a non-judgmental, compassionate curiosity. Gaining insight into your inner world can help you recognize trends, turning points, and areas where you can improve personally. This will increase your emotional intelligence and help you form stronger bonds with both yourself and other people. Self-awareness is more than just being conscious of our feelings and thoughts. It all comes down to knowing the different triggers that affect our emotions and actions. These catalysts come in a variety of shapes and sizes and frequently expose obscure facets of our history. Consider the physical reactions your body has to different situations. Feelings like stress, an accelerated heartbeat, or an upset stomach, for example, may indicate that an emotional reaction is at work. Think about your own reactions when you are around very emotional people. Does it make you uncomfortable, or do you become too sympathetic? Your past experiences may be visible through these reactions. Sometimes, we shy away from asking for assistance or talking about our feelings out of instinct. Understanding this resistance is essential to developing self-awareness since it shows us where we might be in need of assistance and healing. Unresolved childhood trauma may also be linked to your tendency to avoid conflicts or difficulty asserting yourself. The first step in resolving this pattern is identifying its underlying causes. Our media consumption habits can also provide insights into our emotional triggers. Take note of your response to specific news articles or movies that portray traumatic incidents. It may serve as a mirror reflecting your own unresolved feelings and problems. Knowing these triggers in the framework of self-awareness is similar to taking an onion and peeling its layers. It's important to investigate the reasons behind their effects on you rather than merely acknowledging their existence. You can progressively heal and develop by bringing these hidden facets of yourself to light. This will allow you to take back control of your emotional reactions and develop greater resilience and serenity. Once we get into the habit of being aware of our triggers, the next step in managing childhood trauma triggers is to get help if required. Discovering and treating these latent traumas can be greatly aided by therapy, particularly with techniques like CBT, or cognitive behavioral therapy, or EMDR, or eye movement desensitization and reprocessing. Getting professional assistance from therapists, counselors, or online and even AI resources can be a critical first step. Traditional therapy creates a safe environment for healing by offering the advantages of human connection, empathy, and customized guidance. But it's important to use caution when using AI and internet resources. They might not have the same level of comprehension, subtle reactions, or emotional support as human professionals, despite their accessibility and ease of use. Their pitfalls can include overly straightforward fixes, possible privacy issues with data, and a deficiency in immediate emotional response. A balanced strategy can leverage the benefits of online resources while maintaining the importance of human connection at the center of healing processes by fusing the strengths of technology and human professionals. Finally, make it a habit to engage in self-compassion exercises. Recovering from unidentified triggers of childhood trauma can be a difficult path. Remind yourself that you're not going through this process alone, and be patient with yourself. The gentle acceptance of one's own flaws and vulnerabilities is the essence of self-compassion. It entails being kind and supportive to oneself in the same way that we frequently do to others. By practicing self-compassion, we accept that we are fallible human beings who occasionally make mistakes and struggle. By enabling us to react to ourselves with kindness and support, this practice promotes emotional health and resilience. It's an effective tool for recovering from the trauma triggers of childhood because it frees us from the self-criticism and self-blame loop, leading to a more peaceful and accepting inner life. Figuring out unidentified childhood trauma triggers is similar to piecing together a puzzle. It gives us the ability to understand our emotional responses and gives us the tools we need to live more satisfying lives. Remember that you are capable of healing and possess the fortitude to triumph. See you in the next video.